Hello, Capricorn. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is your message from your ancestors as of November 11th, 2025. I've set the intention of this reading to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. So if you have Capricorn in any of those placements, odds are there's a little message in this reading for you. Also, keep in mind that this is a collective general reading. It is not individualized nor personalized to you. Messages may come through today that do not fully resonate, and if that happens, don't get upset. It just means that one message is meant for someone else watching. So take what fits, how it fits, leave what doesn't, and check out your other placements. And also, please try to keep in mind, I'm a Gemini. My ruling planet, Mercury, is in retrograde. So if I fumble, stumble, bumble my way through your reading, I ask for some grace and forgiveness ahead of time, but I will try to do my best for you. With all of that said, let's begin. Tapping into the Capricorn collective now. For Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. What do the ancestors have for Capricorn today? So my right eye is just starting to water. If you've seen my readings before, you know that everything that happens to me or around me in a reading, I usually feel is relevant to the person that I'm reading for, which in this case is you. So I feel like some of you are holding back some tears over something that has been disappointing or hurtful. Tell me more about this here. What is this message here for Capricorn? That may or may not have anything to do with this message. I don't know. I just feel like someone watching is holding back some tears. All right. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Message from your ancestors. Choice. The bottom of the deck, you have adventure, and behind that, you have guardian angel. So you have a choice here to make, Capricorn, and if not, you have a choice coming up very soon. The choice you decide will take you on a new adventure, on another adventure. Tell me more about this choice here for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. What do they need to know about this choice? It's almost like you're trying to figure out what choice to make. The individual on this card is looking at a globe. It's like there are all these stairways, all of these paths. You're not quite sure which one to go on. You're not sure if one leads to a brick wall, if one leads to a new beginning, because this is sort of like the archway in the Ace of Pentacles card. It's almost like you're trying to look into a crystal ball and figure out. I think there's a message coming. It might be this reading for some of you. I don't know. I don't know what the reading is. But I feel like there is a message coming. Okay, so let's see what that is or what that will be for you. For Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Tell me about this choice. What do they need to know about this choice? Yeah, this choice takes you on a different path, on a new path, on a new adventure. One more shuffle here. Thank you. First card out, Wheel of Fortune. New cycle, new chapter, new start, new direction, new choice. The Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Swords, that is the truth. The Nine of Swords, and the Eight of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Three of Cups, Three of Pentacles, and the Fool. Well, there's the new beginning. Page of Pentacles, here's the message. Tangible proof, tangible message, tangible opportunity. I think you're very much up in your head right now. Not quite sure, like I was saying, what path to take, what direction to take, what choice to make. You're seeking, and that's the feeling that I get here, you're seeking camaraderie, you're seeking celebration, you're seeking something to rejoice with or over, you're seeking collaboration, you're seeking unity. And I think that's what you want to take into this new beginning. Like, I want someone or people that I can work with. We're happy. We're building something. The Three of Pentacles, we're like builders of the future. We're building a future together. We're building a path together. And whether this is in career and finance or love and romance or some other aspect of your life, there's a feeling here of wanting to connect with one person or many people and to build something or to forge forward in great unity and happiness and collaboration. I think that's what you're desiring. You just don't seem to know what path to take that will get you there. Tell me about the Wheel of Fortune, this new cycle, this new chapter here for Capricorn. Even in the Wheel of Fortune card in this deck, there's like all of this yarn or string on the floor, but it seems to be quite knotted and a little messy going around the wheel. So it's like you're not even quite sure how to do it. Tell me more about this here. You're learning as you go. One more shuffle. Thank you. You're learning as you go. You're taking a kind of minute by minute approach or day by day approach. The World card. Talk about a new chapter, a new cycle. World card, the Lovers. There's a choice and justice. So I feel like right now you're spinning, creating, right? This new chapter, this new cycle in your life. Something has closed out or is closing out, or at least at the very least, some lesson here was learned. You now have a choice to make what direction to move in. The direction that you want to move in, you want it to be fair, you want it to be balanced, you want it to be right. You want to like do right by yourself and by others, but I feel like more importantly by yourself. I feel like this is like, I want to make the choice this time around to do what is right for me, what is fair for me, what is balanced for me. So maybe in the past you made a choice or a decision that in hindsight wasn't very fair or balanced for yourself. So at the very least, I don't want to make, or at least that's the feeling here, the ancestors are saying, at the very least, I have a group of Capricornians, don't want to repeat the same mistake. They don't want to repeat that same cycle. Moving forward, they want to do things differently, and they want to do things that are true to them, authentic to them, right by them, fair and balanced to them. Maybe for some of you, that was like a lesson here that you had to learn in that Page of Pentacles. Was the last time you made a choice, a significant choice in your life, and I don't mean whether or not you're having Chinese food or Italian food for dinner. It's like making the choice. I think in the past, maybe you didn't put yourself first. You put the concerns or needs of someone else or other people. And this time around, it's like you get to do it a little differently. But I can see where you're lost because you're learning as you go. So maybe I've tapped into a group of you where you've never really put yourself first. You always put the needs of, your partner or your colleagues, you know what I mean? Your family, your kids, et cetera, et cetera. So maybe a little people pleasing in the past and compromising yourself in what you need and what you want. Maybe even compromising your own self-worth or self-value in those past choices. And I feel like moving forward, you kind of want to do things differently. You still want to grow. You still want someone or people to build with, and you want to be happy. I don't think you want to go it alone. If you're a Capricorn watching this and you're like, I don't need or want anyone, I'm good all by myself, I don't need friends, family, lover, I don't think this is your reading, because I've tapped into a group of you where you do want that. You just want it to be fair and balanced, right? That Three of Pentacles is we are all collaborating. We are all investing in this. The Three of Cups is we're all happy. We all have the same wish, the same goal. We're all celebrating the win, the victories. So I feel like I tapped into a group of you where you do desire that collaboration, like you want to do things differently this time, where maybe in the past, like I was saying, you overcompromised. Ace of Swords. So now you have some clarity. You're holding the Ace of Swords in that Justice card, holding the Ace of Swords. Same Ace of Swords that is here. So now tell me about the Ace of Swords. One more shuffle. Thank you. Five of Swords. So this clarity came by way of discord, disagreements, chaos, conflict, and argument, where I think you decided, or maybe you are in the process of deciding, walking away from someone. Again, you are overcompromising. You came to the table. You came to the discussion. You came to the connection with no weapons on you. But this person did not, right? This person was willing to really fight for what they wanted. I think you got tired of compromising with someone. I think you were tired of compromising with this person or these people. Poof, 10 of Swords. Boy, did you ever. So in some way, did they betray you? Yes. In another way, did you betray yourself? You did, by overgiving, overcompensating. 9 of Cups. Bottom of the deck, 7 of Cups. 6 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups. I think this is what you're walking away from. Confusion, delusion, breadcrumbing, overgiving, under-receiving. And again, I don't know if this is in your job or with your friends, your family members, your community. Maybe you're one of those people where you overgive to a community. No one even says thank you, And this certainly could be in a love partnership with that Lover's card. So you have to take this how it resonates. But your clarity here was not only, did that person betray me? I betrayed myself. Did they sabotage my happiness or try to? They did. Whether they knowingly try to sabotage my happiness, I don't know. I just think this person was more motivated by self-interest with that 5 of Swords, like winning at all cost. And I think you gave. I think you gave because you loved them or you cared about them or you needed the job or you wanted them in your life, But in the 9 of Cups, she's quite sad here. And so I think that, and 9s are very independent in tarot. So this, whether you're single partner, irrelevant to the reading, 9s are very independent. So I think within you, there's a sadness here, the realization that it wasn't only this person that maybe sabotaged your happiness or betrayed you in some way, but you kind of did it yourself. So this newfound clarity, newfound wisdom, newfound strength came at a heavy price. So maybe some of you are feeling a little disappointed in yourself that you allowed that or you tolerated that to some degree. But you have the clarity. So now we have the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords now, I don't know what to do next. I know what I don't want to repeat, but I don't know what to do next. It's almost like I don't know where to begin working. I don't know what direction to go in. Nine of Swords, Seven of Wands, High Priestess, and the Chariot. Bottom of the deck, Five of Pentacles. In the beginning of your reading, I felt my right eye start to like water or tear up a bit, but it wasn't a full tear that came out. It's just like I could just kind of feel it there. Remember, I had said, I think some of you are like, you're holding this in. And I think that's what this is. That Nine of Swords, the worry, the doubt, the fear, the anxiety, the sadness, whatever this situation or relationship caused for you. It's like you're keeping it to yourself. The Seven of Wands. You're not letting anyone in. You're not letting it out. High Priestess, quiet, keeping it to yourself. The Chariot's like, I'm just moving forward. Nothing to see here. But inside is Five of Pentacles, the Devil. There you are, in the Queen of Swords. Inside is that newfound truth and that newfound clarity is quite painful, saddening, depressing. For some of you, you overgave to someone who then abandoned you. And so this is almost like, oh my God, after everything I did, they're not there for me anymore. They've abandoned me. Me, the one, I'm speaking like you, the one who overgave, the one who understood, the one who overcompromised, the one who devalued themselves to keep that job or keep that person in my life. They had the audacity to abandon me. That's the feeling here. That's you in the Devil card. Capricorn's looking right at that Five of Pentacles. Was like, really? You left me like this after everything that I endured for you? So I do think it was a hard lesson here for you. I do think that you're forging forward. Again, being the Devil card, quite obsessed, right? With wanting to move forward, wanting to succeed. So I do think that you are persevering. And I think you have been persevering. But I think inside there's a sadness not many people know about. Eight of Pentacles. It's like, time to get to work, make a choice, figure out what my next adventure is. Where am I going from here? What am I doing? You have an idea of what you want. Just seems like you don't know what direction to take to get there. So tell me about the Eight of Pentacles here for Capricorn. Tell me about the Eight of Pentacles here for Capricorn. One more shuffle. Thank you. I also, when I'm looking at this card, I don't think she's pregnant. I say she, there's a woman on the card. You could be masculine. Don't be offended. She almost appears to be pregnant. So it's almost like you are on the cusp or verge, like little Empress energy. Again, if you're masculine, don't be offended. But it's like birthing a new life or a new way of showing up in life. Tell me more about this here. That Eight of Pentacles here for Capricorn. One more shuffle. Thank you. Eight of Swords. I want to start working. I want to start moving in direction. I can't see it. Knight of Wands. Two of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Cups. King of Cups. Eight of Cups. I feel like you're taking the inspired action to try to rebalance and recalibrate yourself through whatever this is. And you're doing best to forge forward, even though you don't know what the heck the next step is, because you don't know. You're riding blind here. Not only do you not know what your next step is, you keep looking back, both the Knight of Cups and Knight of Wands. I don't know if part of you is waiting or expecting this person to change or to come in corrected, change their behavior, come in balance. The scales are just as, I almost feel like you are, I don't want to say afraid. I don't think I've ever met a Capricorn who's afraid. But I think there is some concern here of, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing the right thing by moving on? Should I move on? Maybe I should wait for this person. Maybe they can catch up to me. Maybe they'll right this wrong. Maybe they'll show up differently. You're moving forward, but you're doing so with a want or desire for that person to correct themselves. It might not be for all of you, but there's definitely someone watching here. With, yes, you're moving forward and you're trying to balance yourself and recalibrate yourself, but you're still looking back at the past. The choice. Tell me about this choice. So I see here, choice number one is, I'm not doing that again, in terms of not showing up that way again. Came at the expense of a hard lesson. Forging forward, I'm not telling many people about the hurt or pain I have inside. Tell me about that new beginning, the Fool card. Tell me about this new adventure here. One more shuffle. Thank you. And we kept seeing that King of Cups. Also, Four of Swords, Four of Wands, and the Death card. Bottom of the deck, Four of Cups. 444. I'll pin that for you below. Might be a message there in that angel number. We did say that there would be a message. Oh, we did say that there would be a message for you. Maybe even in this reading. So maybe 444 is significant. You could be 44 years old. Maybe you knew this person for 4 years. Maybe their birthday's in April. Maybe you met them in April. I don't know. There could, or maybe just the angel definition, like angel number definition of 444 is significant for you. So I'll post it below. 4 Cups, 7 of Cups, King of Wands, and the Star card. So this new chapter, this new adventure here that you're on, I think it's focused primarily on healing and restabilizing yourself, transforming your life. You're jumping a timeline here. So what is the choice? You're jumping a timeline here because the 1111 card, that's a portal card. This reading is for 1111. Okay. So maybe that has something to do with it as well. So I'll pin that number also below for you. Maybe there is a significance there. So you're changing a timeline here, or jumping a timeline, changing the trajectory of your life in Scorpio season, which we're currently in, by making this choice or decision. What is the transformation or the change here? One more shuffle here. Thank you. 6 of Wands, victory. You're now on the pathway towards victory, success, enlightenment with the Hermit and 9 of Pentacles. Becoming independent. Again, we said 9s are independent. Look at the repeating numbers here. The 9 of Cups, Hermit is card number 9, and the 9 of Pentacles. So you have 444, and you have 999. I'll put that below for you as well. So the new path is victory, enlightenment, independence, autonomy, freedom, being more grounded, knowing your worth, enjoying the fruits of your labor. 4 Cups, 7 of Cups, King of Wands, the Star. Inspired action now towards healing and towards wish fulfillment. What's the advice here, though, in respect to the choice? Let's get advice on that choice here for you, Cappy. Because some of you are watching this and probably going, yep, that's true, that's true, that's true. Yep, that's what I want. But what path do I take to get there? So I don't really feel like quite yet the reading has yielded that answer for you. And I don't want to leave you with like a half-assed reading. So what's the advice here? How will Capricorn know what choice to make? What direction to go in? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Strength. Courage, perseverance, Sun. Move towards the 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. Move towards your wish fulfillment. Define what your wish fulfillment is. Not the actual place or the actual person, but what does it look like? What does it feel like? What are the check boxes that a person, place, or thing you would have to check off and say, that's it. These are the qualities of the ideal job, the ideal industry, the ideal community, the ideal friend group, family, lover. 10 of Wands. Bottom of the deck, 6 of Pentacles. There's something here in terms of advice. Making the choice that is less burdensome. Making the choice that is less burdensome. That is the new. In the 10 of Wands in this deck, the individual is dropping 9 wands and they're reaching for the Ace of Wands, the 10th wand. So what does 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles look like to you? Only you can answer that question. And then you need to drop the burdens or obstacles that would get in the way of that and move towards the new. 6 of Pentacles, Page of Wands, 5 of Pentacles. It's like making the choice to move away. Making the choice to move away from that person or that place. Is that the choice here? Is the choice here for Capricorn to go in a different direction than that person, place, or thing? Because some of you are looking back. Like, is this person going to catch up? I feel like I have 2 questions here that I need to answer for you. First, I want For those of you waiting or expecting this person to, I don't know, show up or change, what is the advice for Capricorn when it comes to that person? 8 of Cups, walking away, Empress. There it is, burning. Oh, maybe burning it down. Birthing a new life and burning that old one down. Burning that connection down. And the Page of Cups, starting new. Towards the 10 of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Hangman. Oof. So I'm asking for those of you waiting for this person to come back around. It's only advice. You don't have to take it. But there is something here about moving on in a new trajectory, on a new path, transforming your life. It's almost like making a vow to yourself to move towards that sun, move towards that 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. If that person can meet you there, great. If not, others will. Others will. Others are on the path here. Right? 3 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles. Other people are on the path here. So I feel like this is telling you not to, your choice should be not to delay the 10 of Cups or 10 of Pentacles. Either that person meets you there or they don't. But you should not delay the burdens you've been carrying by delaying getting there. Because you've already been delaying getting here. So there's something here about dropping the burdens and moving towards it. Tell me about this person. Again, I'll clear the decks and get you other cards. But this is specifically for those of you waiting for that person. What does that person end up doing? The Page of Cups could be you moving towards the new. It could also be this person coming in with an apology. Tell me more about this person. One more shuffle. Thank you. Page of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, 5 of Cups, Ace of Cups, King of Wands, King of Swords. I think this person does join you. It might not be immediate, though. And this person has a lot to learn. They're stuck. They're stubborn. They're stuck in their old ways. They're stuck in a life. They're stuck. They're stuck. They will learn to unstick themselves. Is that a word? Unstick? They will learn to unstick themselves. They will move towards the new. But they're going to move a lot slower than you are. They will move a lot slower than you. But they will eventually get there. And you may or may not want them at that point. I don't know. But the choice here, what your ancestors are trying to tell you, the choice should be inconsequential to this person or those people. The choice should be to move towards the Ace of Pentacles, the opening, the new beginning, the path that you want for yourself, the 10 of Cups, the 10 of Pentacles. And if this person can meet you there, great. And if they can't, others will. And that might not be the message you wanted to hear today. But your choice here needs to be you, your happiness, your long-term happiness, your security, your long-term security. Any advice for those not waiting for the past person, but making the choice to move in a new direction? Advice for those individuals where their choice is to move on and not want this person back. What is their advice? One more shuffle. Thank you. Temperance, 8 of Wands, Queen of Wands. Take the inspired action to keep moving forward. Keep moving forward towards your wish fulfillment, towards your Ace of Wands, which you picked up here by dropping those burdens. So I feel like the advice is the same for both of you, whether you're waiting for a person or people from the past or not. Your advice here is to continue to heal and move forward in a very tempered way, right? When we're cooking something on a stove, temper is, you don't want to overboil it. You don't want to burn it. It's a very tempered temperature, right? It's fire energy. So it is telling you to move forward with the 8 of Wands, the Queen of Wands. Move towards that Ace of Wands or with that Ace of Wands, but you don't want to do it too quickly, not too hasty. Just keep moving forward, minute by minute, day by day. When you get to the 10 of Cups or the 10 of Pentacles, or both, people from the past may be there, they may not be there. But this time around, you need to choose you. That's your message from your ancestors. Oh, I just got it. That's your answer. Just choose you, whether they choose you or not. It's important that in this adventure, your guardian angel is trying to tell you to choose yourself. And the people who choose you will show up on your path. Wow, that is what I have for you, Capricorn. I was not expecting that little twist. I had like my own little aha epiphany moment there at the end. But that's what I have for you. That is your message from your ancestors as of November 1st. I'm sorry, November 11th, 2025. There's my Mercury retrograde kicking in, so I better go. That is what I have for you as your message for November 11th. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. Hype the video if you can. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.